Hello everyone, welcome to today's webinar. This session is part of our ongoing webinar series which focuses on solving business challenges. And today we'll be exploring the topic Secure Cross-Team and External Collaboration using Zoho Writer. Collaboration today is not just confined to people working from the same office. Teams are distributed across locations. Partners often work outside the organizations, and the documents continuously move across different teams and organizational boundaries.
Exactly, Raksha. And while collaboration has become easier in many ways, it has also introduced new challenges. Businesses today are not just asking how to collaborate, but how to collaborate securely, how to maintain control, and how to ensure nothing is lost or misused in this process.
That's exactly what we'll focus on today. We'll answer collaboration questions that businesses face every day and show how Writer helps teams collaborate seamlessly. Before we begin, just a quick housekeeping note. We host these webinars on the second Thursday of every month, and the recording of these sessions will be shared with the registered users.
Yes, and if you have questions at any point during the webinar, please feel free to post them in the Q&A pan, and we have Sam from Zoho Writer team who will be assisting you with the questions, and we also have a Q&A session at the end of the session as well. So yes, now let's begin the webinar by setting the context for today's session. So we'll be addressing 12 real-world collaboration challenges that businesses face when working across teams and also with external stakeholders. We'll start with built-in governance and version history, where we will see how documents remain controlled even when multiple people work on them simultaneously.
From there, we'll move into controlled and secure collaboration, which is especially important when sharing sensitive documents outside the organization. We'll also cover review control and document finalization, showing how businesses can confidently move documents towards completion without losing control. And finally, we'll talk about communication and engagement tracking, which ensures collaboration stays structured, traceable, and efficient. Let's begin with governance and version intelligence. One of the biggest risks in collaborative environments is losing control over document changes.
That is true. In many traditional workflows, teams share files over email or shared drives, which leads to multiple copies, version confusion, and sometimes even permanent data loss.
Zoho Writer approaches collaboration differently. Instead of creating copies, teams work on a single centralized document where every change is tracked and managed automatically.
Exactly. This ensures a team always know who changed what, when it was changed, and gives them the ability to review or restore earlier versions whenever required.
Let me start with a very common question we hear. Teams are spread across different locations. Can multiple users really work on the same document at the same time without conflicts?
That's a good question, Raksha. Yes, they can. Zoho Writer supports true real-time collaboration where multiple users can work on the same document simultaneously. Unlike traditional tools where teams often emails files back and forth, and it also creates multiple duplicate versions, Writer ensures everyone works on a single live document where each user's change are highlighted instantly, allowing teams to collaborate naturally regardless of their location. And to make collaboration clearer and more controlled, each collaborator is represented with a different colored cursor. This makes it easy to see who is working on which part of the document.
At the same time, all edits can be tracked using change tracking. This means every insertion, deletion, or even modification is visible and reviewable.
Exactly. document owners can also accept or reject edits made by collaborators, which actually gives them complete control over what gets finalized.
And for discussions, collaborators can use comments, including private comments, when needed. This way, communication stays contextual as well as secure.
Permissions like view only or comment only access can be applied, which is especially useful when collaborating with external stakeholders.
This level of structured collaboration is something businesses often struggle to achieve using traditional file-based tools. Now, to help you visualize what we just discussed, this is a simple example of how real-time collaboration actually looks in practice. Imagine a proposal that is being prepared for an important client. The sales team might be working on pricing, the legal team reviewing terms, and the delivery team adding scope details all at the same time. So, as you can see, each person's presence is indicated live inside the document, so everyone knows exactly who is working on what. This removes the need to send multiple copies back and forth, which is something many teams struggle with when using traditional tools.
Exactly, and it also ensures that teams are always working on a single centralized version of the document instead of maintaining separate versions and trying to merge them later. So, this way, collaboration becomes faster, more transparent, and far more controlled, especially when multiple teams need to collaborate together without interrupting each other's work.
So, when we work on a document as a team, content could be accidentally edited or deleted, right? If that happens, is it possible for me to check and restore it?
Yes, absolutely. Writer is built to protect documents from exactly these type of scenarios. So first, it automatically saves every change as you type. So there is no risk of losing content because someone just forgot to save the file.
So that means teams don't have to depend on manual saving or maintaining separate copies as backups.
Exactly. And beyond autosave, Writer also maintains a complete version history. So every major change creates a new version. So teams always have access to earlier states of the document.
This also means you can compare versions to clearly understand what was changed and who made those changes.
Yes, that is correct. And let's say if something is accidentally deleted or modified, user can simply restore the document to the required version instead of recreating the content from scratch.
This creates a clear audit trail, which is especially important when teams are working on contracts, policies, or other critical documents. This becomes extremely useful in real world situations. For example, imagine your finance team working on a proposal and during review, an important pricing section gets modified incorrectly. Instead of trying to manually fix that or locate an older copy, you can open version history in Writer, identify the correct version, and restore it immediately.
Yes, that is correct, Raksha. So this actually ensures business connectivity and it also prevents delays. So especially when multiple reviewers are working on the same document, you can expect see these kind of results. So Writer ensures that nothing is permanently lost and every version is actually recovered.
Okay, so far we've seen how teams can collaborate in real time and how Writer protects documents using version intelligence. But collaboration today is not just limited to internal teams. Businesses constantly work with external stakeholders like vendors, partners, auditors, and even legal consultants.
Exactly. And this is where many organizations start to feel uncomfortable because the moment a document leaves your internal system, you lose visibility and control. It could be downloaded, forwarded, or modified without your knowledge.
And that's the challenge businesses want to solve. They want collaboration but without losing control. So let's look at how Writer addresses this. Let me now ask you something that many of our customers ask us. When sharing sensitive business documents with external partners or vendors, how can we make sure only the intended person accesses the document and that it doesn't get misused?
That's a very real concern. We also saw that many people voted for losing the visibility because in traditional workflows, once you email a document as an attachment, you'll have no control over what happens next. It can be downloaded, copied, or even forwarded to someone else without your knowledge. Whereas with Zoho Writer, these documents are shared securely using OTP-based access verification. This means the document is tied to the recipient's identity. Only the person who receives the OTP, which is the one-time password, can access the document. So this actually ensures that the access is authenticated and controlled instead of being open and unrestricted.
Let's take a practical example here. Imagine you're sending a contract draft to an external legal consultant for review. Normally, you would attach the document to an email and send it. Now, once that email is sent, you don't know if it was downloaded, saved locally, or forwarded to someone else. With Zoho Writer, instead of sending the file itself, you can share secure access to the document.
Yes, and once the document is shared, when the consultant tries to open the document, they must first verify their identity using the OTP, which is sent to their email address. And only after that successful verification, they can view the document.
And beyond that, businesses can also control what the external person can actually do inside the document. For example, if your intention is to only get feedback, you can allow viewing and commenting, but restrict download and print options.
That's correct, Raksha. This is especially important for highly sensitive documents like financial proposals, acquisition plans, or legal agreements, where preventing uncontrolled distribution is critical.
So instead of losing control when sharing with vendors, businesses retain complete authority over how the document is accessed and used.
That is correct. So let me just bring up the next question, which is especially relevant when working with multiple stakeholders who are actually not a part of your team. So can you let us know how can we share one document with multiple stakeholders while selectively hiding sensitive sections from them?
Sure, this is a very common requirement, especially in departments like legal, finance, and procurement. Let's take a simple scenario. Suppose you're sharing a partnership agreement with an external partner. The document includes project scope, deliverables, and timelines that they need to review. But it may also include internal margin calculations, approval notes, or even negotiation limits that should remain confidential. Instead of creating separate versions of the document, Writer allows you to mask specific sections for selected collaborators. This means users who are not a part of your organization see only the information that is relevant to them, while internal teams continue to access the complete document. This way, collaboration happens in a single document while confidentiality remains fully intact.
Well, that's a good feature. And what makes this even more practical is that the masking is dynamic. So as the document evolves, you don't have to maintain multiple copies or manually manage different versions. And this solves one of the biggest risks businesses face today, because traditionally, when multiple versions exist, there is always a chance someone edits or shares the incorrect file. Whereas with masking, you eliminate that problem entirely. Everyone works on the same document, but with the correct level of visibility. This is particularly valuable in scenarios like contract negotiation. So for example, there is your internal team who may be still discussing the pricing for a particular product internally, whereas the customer is reviewing their terms and conditions.
Exactly. So instead of delaying or interrupting collaboration, masking allows both discussions to happen simultaneously in a controlled way. This keeps the process efficient while ensuring sensitive information still remains protected. Building on that, here's another important question businesses often ask. Is it possible for me to allow my team members to collaborate on only specific sections of a document while also protecting its content from accidental deletion or unauthorized edits?
Yes, Zoho Writer allows you to specifically log certain contents available in your document because it's extremely important. Think about documents like contracts, proposals, or policy documents. So some parts such as legal clauses or financial details must remain protected. But the other parts like the customer information or response fields need to remain editable. So Zoho Writer allows you to log certain regions within your document so that the collaborators can only edit the portions that is assigned to them. So this ensures that the document remains accurate, structured, and secure. Let us consider real-time example. So imagine sending a contract to a customer and they need to enter their company details and put in their signature, but they should never be able to modify your legal clauses.
With section locks in place, that risk is completely eliminated. They can update only the content that's meant for them, while the rest of the document remains protected. This makes collaboration safer and far more reliable. And beyond security, this also improves efficiency. Because without this capability, teams spend hours reviewing changes manually to ensure nothing critical was modified. But with section level locking, the control is already built in. Teams can collaborate confidently, knowing the document structure and critical content remain protected at all times. This is one of the key reasons organizations prefer a centralized collaboration tool instead of relying on traditional file-based workflows. We've seen how collaboration can be controlled using masking and section locks to protect sensitive information. But collaboration is not just about editing. A major part of business workflows is reviewing documents before they're finalized.
Exactly. So whether it's legal agreements, policy documents, or business proposals, teams often need to review, analyze, and comment before making changes visible to everyone. Well, that brings us to the next important aspect, which is review control.
Let me quickly ask the next question, which is something reviewers frequently need. When working on a shared document, can I add notes or comments that are visible only to me until I decide to make them visible for collaborators?
Well, yes, this capability is extremely useful, especially during early review stages. So let's just say you are reviewing a contract and you notice a clause that needs an internal discussion within your team members. You may not want to immediately expose this to the clients or even to the larger team who are also available in the same document. Well, Writer allows you to add private comments that remains only visible to you or your internal team, so that this gives you the flexibility to capture your thoughts, prepare review points, and validate it internally before making them visible to your external clients or to your larger team. And this becomes particularly useful when there are sensitive review scenarios. For example, legal teams often review their contacts internally before sharing the feedbacks to the external team members.
Exactly. Private comments allow reviewers to organize their thoughts, prepare suggestions, and discuss internally without affecting the main collaboration process. Once ready, those comments can be shared or not based on what is needed, ensuring communication remains intentional. So therefore, reviewers can work confidently without worrying about exposing incomplete or premature feedback.
That's correct. And at the same time, it also prevents confusion because collaborators only see the finalized documents, not the internal review discussions. So this makes the review process far more controlled and professional as well. So now, here's another very important question that comes up during collaborative editing. So when collaborators suggest changes or edits a document, how can we clearly track each person's changes and accept or reject them without losing any context?
This is exactly where Zoho Writer's track changes feature becomes crucial. Every change made in the document is clearly recorded and visually identified. Each collaborator gets their own markup color so reviewers can easily see who made what change. This ensures transparency during document review. Reviewers can also switch between different viewing modes such as all markup, no markup, or even keep it to original depending on how they want to analyze the changes that's made to the document.
Yes, and once the review is complete, changes can be accepted or rejected individually or even in bulk. Writer also provides an option to accept or reject in bulk. This makes finalizing documents much faster while ensuring nothing is missed.
Once documents are reviewed and all changes are completed, the next stage becomes very important, which is controlling further editing.
That is correct, Raksha, because once a document reaches its final stage, uncontrolled editing can create serious risks. So that naturally brings us to the next question. So when a document is moved to a critical state, after all the required changes are done, is it possible to pause live editing or collaboration while continuing to allow access intact for all the stakeholders?
Yes, very much. This capability plays a very important role when someone needs focused control over the document. Let's say you're reviewing a legal agreement or making final adjustments to pricing or clauses. At that point, you may not want multiple collaborators editing the document simultaneously because even a small unintended edit can disrupt your entire workflow. With Writer, you can pause collaboration so that other users can still access and view the document, but they cannot make any edits. This allows the person responsible to work on the document independently without interruptions while still keeping everyone informed and aligned.
Exactly. When collaboration is paused, it does not remove access or visibility. Other stakeholders can still open the document and follow along, but editing is temporarily restricted. This is especially useful in scenarios like legal reviews, executive corrections, or final internal adjustments, where focused editing is required without multiple simultaneous changes.
And once those updates are completed, collaboration can be resumed instantly. The document returns to normal real-time collaboration mode and teams can continue working together. This gives organizations the flexibility to move between controlled individual editing and open team collaboration depending on the stage of the document. Okay, it's time for the next question now, which is very relevant for modern distributed teams. Can teams collaborate seamlessly on the same document across web, desktop, and mobile devices?
With Writer, yes. And this is essential for teams working across location and devices. Documents remain accessible across browser, desktop, and mobile platforms. So whether someone is working from their office computer or reviewing on a laptop at home, or even checking updates on their mobile devices, they can access the same document. Writer provides a web application for browser-based access, which means user can open and work on their documents instantly from any system without installing any applications. This is especially useful when someone is working from a different office location or using a shared system. And not only that, Writer also offers a desktop application for focused editing. So let's take an example where a legal professional is reviewing a contract or a finance team is preparing a report. They can work from their own desktop environment with full access to the document.
And this becomes even more useful when people are away from their desks. The mobile app allowed users to review documents on the go, add comments, or quickly check important details. For instance, a manager traveling for a client meeting can review a proposal and share quick feedback instantly from their phone.
Exactly. And behind the scenes, everything stays synchronized. So when a user switches between devices, the latest version of the document is always available. So they don't need to manually send files to themselves or worry about working on the incorrect version.
So, regardless of the device being used, the document stays complete, accurate, and ready for collaboration. This allows teams to continue working without interruption, even when switching devices. Not only that, it also ensures productivity is never limited by device or location.
That is correct, Raksha. And finally, let me ask one of the most critical questions in the document lifecycle management. So let's say once a document is approved and finalized, how can we prevent further edits while keeping it accessible for reference?
Writer allows documents to be marked as final, and this is essential for compliance and record keeping. When a document is marked as final, it prevents any further modifications. This is especially important in scenarios like signed agreements, approved policies, or finalized financial reports, where even a small change can create confusion or compliance issues.
Well, that is correct. It also helps maintain document integrity. So teams can be confident that the version they are viewing is the officially approved version and no one can accidentally override or alter any critical information that is available in the document.
At the same time, the document remains accessible to all the stakeholders for reference. They can still open it, review the content, and use it whenever needed without requesting access to separate copies.
That's correct. And from a governance perspective, this significantly reduces compliance and audit risk. Organizations can clearly demonstrate that finalized documents have been protected, preserved, and maintained without any post-approval modifications. So now beyond editing and review, collaboration also involves communication between stakeholders.
Teams need to discuss, clarify, and coordinate during document review, which leads us to the next question. So, Gautam, can collaborators discuss, clarify, and notify each other directly within the document without moving to converse into the external channels?
Well, that is yes. And this is one of the biggest productivity advantages of a centralized collaboration. So instead of relying on emails or even a separate chat tool, collaborators can communicate directly within the document. They can add comments, reply to discussions, and notify each other instantly. This ensures conversation remain intact and connected to the document's context.
Can you please explain more about the feature that can be used for discussions?
Definitely. Zoho Writer includes built-in quick chat directly inside the document. So collaborators can have live conversations while reviewing or editing. This means teams don't have to switch to external chat tools just to clarify something.
That makes discussions much more efficient and contextual, especially during time-sensitive reviews.
Exactly. And in addition to the chat, collaborators can also have a contextual discussions by adding comments linked to specific sections within the document. Not only that, they can also notify a specific team member by adding the username, by mentioning the username, which immediately alerts the concerned person for review or to check on it and respond.
So that ensures nothing gets missed during collaboration. But what if I want to communicate in a more formal way?
Well, for formal communication, collaborators can send an email notifications directly within the document. so that everyone who's a part of the document stays informed and aligned throughout the document's lifecycle. So let us consider a practical scenario here. Imagine a finance team preparing a contract, and let's say there is a pricing section that needs approval from the finance head. So instead of sending a separate email, the author can simply mention the finance head directly on that specific section within the document.
Exactly. The moment they are mentioned, the finance head receives an instant notification and can immediately open the document, review that exact section, and respond. This avoids miscommunication and delays. Also ensures the right person reviews the right content at the right time.
That is correct, Aksha. And most importantly, the entire discussion stays connected to the document itself, making future reference and audit much easier.
Okay. So is there a way to see how collaborators are engaging with the document so that we can follow up based on their activity?
Well, that is definitely a yes. Zoho Writer provides detailed engagement insights that helps teams understand exactly how collaborators are interacting within the document.
That's interesting. How does that help teams in practical situations?
Well, the writer provides an engagement insights dashboard that shows who has viewed the document, how much time they have spent within the document, and how actively they have interacted with the document.
Great, that would be extremely useful during approval cycles.
Absolutely. Teams also can easily identify which reviewers have already reviewed the document and which reviewers are still pending. So follow-ups can be done based on the actual activity instead of just assumptions.
So you mean this makes the review process much more efficient and transparent?
Yes, that is correct. It also helps teams to move documents forward and faster without any unnecessary delays.
Okay. For example, you can imagine if you have a shared proposal with multiple stakeholders and it's waiting for approval. Instead of sending reminder emails to everyone separately, you can simply check the engagement insights and see who has opened the document and who hasn't. You can even see how much time they spent reviewing and which sections they focused on exactly.
That is correct. This helps you follow up with the right person at the right time, making the entire collaboration and the approval process more data-driven. So this level of visibility gives teams better control and confidence when they are working on critical business documents. So we also saw that many people voted for visibility. So this feature would be more helpful for them, and they can check the engagement insights dashboard within the Zoho Writer document. So before we wrap up today's session, let me quickly share a few exciting updates that are coming soon to Zoho Writer. So the first one is section level editing lock. So while the platform already allows locking specific content within the document, this enhancement will make it even easier by allowing to lock entire sections or pages for selected users. This will be particularly useful when working with structured documents like contracts or proposals, where certain pages must remain protected from edits. So the next enhancement that we have is the data loss prevention or DLP implementation. This capability is designed to help organizations prevent any accidental sharing of confidential information. So Writer will be able to detect sensitive content, and it will automatically restrict actions such as external sharing, downloading, or unauthorized access. Not only that, it also allows you to add watermarks or headers and footers, etc., while exporting the document if the document is sensitive. This actually adds an additional layer of protection, especially for organizations who are dealing with finance, legal, or even personal data. And finally, we are about to introduce a shared content library. So this extends the existing Quick Paths functionality, where today Quick Paths allows individual users to save and reuse frequently used content. Whereas with this enhancements, organizations will be able to maintain a centralized content library so that the teams can access the latest approved clauses, templates, or standardized texts that's across all the documents. So this helps maintain consistency and reduces the effort of rewriting the same content repetitively. So these upcoming enhancements are all focused on improving control, security, and efficiency when teams collaborate on documents across their organization. So thank you so much everyone and for joining today. And as we mentioned, we conduct this webinar on every second Thursday of the month. So hoping to see you in the next webinar. Thank you and have a great day. Bye-bye.